Okay guys, so today I'm going to show you how to do a Victoria's Siemer style edit. So to do that we're going to start with a selection tool over here on the left. So we've got the shape tool, you've got a ellipse, or you've got a rectangular tool. We'll start with the ellipse one. So I'm going to hold down shift to keep it a circle as opposed to an oval and select an area I want to copy. I'm going to go to select and transform selection. So the selection I made is pretty good, but it's perhaps not as central as I want it to be. So transform selection, and then I'm going to move it just like I would normally if I did a transform or free transform. I'm going to move it over to the left using the arrow keys, or you could use a move tool. Select, transform selection. I could resize it by clicking on the sides. I could rotate it, but obviously it's a circle. There's not much point in that in this case. But I'm going to get it to roughly where I want that to be. Okay, then I'm going to press return or enter to apply it. And then Control C to copy and Control V to paste. And what we should see is we've got the centre of the bit of the image pasted in. If I turn off the background layer, I'm going to turn it back on. And we're going to transform or manipulate it again. So I'm going to go to Edit, Transform, and this time I'm going to flip it vertical. So the top's at the bottom's at the top. And then I'm going to flip it horizontally as well. Edit, Transform, Horizontal. So I've got this lower part here over the lower bit of the sky. Okay, I'm going to move it up a little bit more so it looks a bit more like a Victoria's Siemer edit when I'm finished. Because we want this bit to be hanging in the middle of the sky and then this part to fade out. So to get it to fade, I'm going to add a layer mask like we've done loads of times before. So the little symbol down here, rectangle with a circle in the middle of it. You can see the layer mask has now appeared next to that layer. I'm going to use a brush tool with black paint. I'm going to fade out the bottom of the image. So I'm going to paint on it with black paint, fading out that bottom section of the image. If you want to adjust the settings, you can adjust the size of the top here, and you want the hardness of a brush down really low so it's got a soft edge. You can also adjust the size of a brush with your bracket keys. I'm just going to try and get rid of all of that sky, so it looks like that bit of the land is just hovering mysteriously above. If you want to make any further adjustments to the image, so if you want to alter the colour or the look of it in any way, we can do that using adjustment layers down here. So next to the layer mask symbol, we've got the circle, which is half white, half black. And then we could add, say, selective colour. We'll try selective colour to start with, and we'll increase the blues in it. So I'm going to stay in the blue section, increase the amount of cyan in it, magenta in it. You should be able to see the blues are changing colour. I'm going to take the yellow out of it, increase the black, and we can see the sky is going a bit darker. Now, if I want that effect on the sky, but not on the road below, I can just mask that bit out on the layer mask. So just paint on it in black, and it'll only affect the top part of the image, not the bottom. So anywhere where I've painted black, the adjustment layer won't have an effect there. I'm going to add another layer so it's a bit more obvious. So I'm going to add a hue and saturation layer. I'm going to turn the saturation right down so it's black and white. So wherever I paint on this now in black, it will go back to being colour. So wherever I paint on the layer mask in black, the image will revert to being colour. So you could use that effect to have subtle changes to the image or more dramatic changes as well. So for example, where the landscape's a bit dark here, I might add a levels layer and lighten the mid-tones a little bit, which looks terrible on the rest of the image. But if I then paint out most of the image in black and just leave it a little bit lighter in that bottom corner, where perhaps we lose the mountains a little bit, you should see it's just light in that area of the picture. Okay, if you want to use a different shape other than a circle or anything rectangular, you could always find a template. So you could find, say, a circle on the internet, a triangle on the internet. Then I'm going to use a magic wand tool. I'm going to click in the middle of a triangle to copy it or select it. Then Control C. Click on the image I want it to go onto. Control V to paste it on. And then Control T to resize and reshape it however I want it to be. So I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, take it up a little bit higher, get it nice and central, press return again. Then I'm going to then I'm going to reselect the triangle. So click onto the triangle layer, use a magic wand tool, select the triangle, can turn that layer off now. Then I'll click onto my background layer, copy it, Control C, Control V to paste, and again we should see we've got that triangle just in the middle of the image. So then I'm going to do what I did before, edit, transform, flip vertical, and we should see now the triangles in the sky. I'm also going to flip it horizontal as well, so transform, flip horizontal, so the lower bit of the mountains is here and the higher bit there. Click on the move tool and just move it up a little bit. And then just like before, add a layer mask and fade out the bottom of the triangle using black paint. So layer mask on the triangle layer, paintbrush tool, black paint, soft brush, fade out the bit at the bottom. Might move it up a touch more, and there we've got our second Victoria Siemer style edit. If you want any more unusual shapes, you could always just draw those using the polygon lasso tool. So you could always draw something like this. I think this is one of the types of shapes she uses. And then copy and paste and repeat that as before. Okay guys, I'm sure you'll find that really easy. Well done so far. Okay, good job. Have a go at doing some edits.